this kid jumped off. Oh my God. Oh, bye-bye. Oh, that shit. Hey, the buoy.
Apparently this kid was on a cruise ship. Some folks dared him to jump off. He did. And it's been 3 days they haven't found his body. And they haven't found him alive. Coast Guard called off the search because they assume he's done for. There was a buoy that was thrown out to give him some support. He swam away from it. Some people suspect because he saw a predator in the water. And so he panicked and swam away from it. So, if you're unaware, the waters in the area, which I believe was the Caribbeans, are very shark infested. And this was for his graduation. His parents sent him on a cruise right after he graduated. So there's the whole gist of the story. Thoughts?
God damn. Oh my days. You're a parent. And then the first few years of having a kid, your job is to keep that thing alive and making sure everything is okay and being stressed and going to the doctors and you make sure everything is okay and is all right. You have sleepless nights. And kids, they really try to do dumb shit, but not because they know. Just because they actually don't. They're exploring their area. And your job as a parent is for your kid not to kill himself. No, don't cross the street. We're looking both ways. No, don't do this. We're doing that. Don't put that in your mouth. You're going to choke. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do that. And then it's a struggle because you're trying to have your kids grow and go to school and have all the trials and tribulations that goes with going to school. And he finally goes to school. And then you try to teach them right. And they finally graduate. And then this. I feel for the parents. God damn. That's crazy. Just for a dare? Oh, wow.
Listen, 18-year-olds already have a -1 to wisdom. Put some alcohol in them, they get a -2. And my man, that evening, when he was dared to, and they said jump off the boat, he rolled a nat 1. And that was a critical failure. Big mistake in judgment. You don't even want to say something crazy like natural selection. Like some people, I guess we're just going straight to that. Listen, young people do dumb things. Some of us get to survive it. Some of us don't. Most of us do. We've all done something really stupid that if you guys think back, I could have lost my life when I was crossing the street this way, or when I drank this much, or I took these drugs without looking at what it was. Like we've all done something that was incredibly dumb. This one's pretty intense.
That's intense.
I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what the fuck age I am. I ain't jumping no fucking goddamn water, no Caribbeans. I know how to swim. I'm a good swimmer too. I ain't jumping no goddamn Caribbean waters at night. Not gonna happen. And you know what's wild?
You don't know how you're gonna get back on the boat. How you gonna get back on the boat? How you gonna get back on the boat?
Maybe I grew up on Jaws. I watched Samuel L. Jackson get eaten. That's not real, but it's real to me, nigga. Listen, I'll say this. You know what it is about black people, okay? Listen.
The way Samuel died.
Listen, this is just immigrants in general. This is what I believe about immigrants. And this is why most immigrants are looking at us like white people stuff. This is why I say this. Because here's the thing. Immigrants generally don't believe in ghosts.
No.
But if you tell us a house is haunted, we're not going inside.
No, we're not going.
Even though we don't believe in it, we're just like...
It don't matter.
I'm not going to be the one to find out if it's real or not. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Fuck around and find out.
That's it.
Fuck around and find out.
I see this and I was just like, come on, bro. I feel for him.
So I remember when I was on a trip in Hawaii, 2015. And we took a trip on a boat, right? We had a kayak, me and my girl. And then we had a guide, right? So we were in the sea, all right? Yeah. We were paddling and stuff like that. And then someone from our group asked the guide, excuse me, how do we know if there's sharks in the water? And the guide went like this. He was a dude from south of the states, and then an ex-rugby player, and he moved to Hawaii. And this dude look at that lady is like, well, it's very simple, my girl. You're gonna take your finger like this. You're gonna dip it in the water. You're gonna take it out. You're gonna put it in your mouth. Is it salty? Yep. They're sharks. All right, so moving on over there. He just went on. He went off. There's water and salt. Sharks don't know what the fuck is a frontière.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't. Yeah.
No, they don't know.
They don't know where the borders are.
Oh no, I'm not jumping in that water. Now,
you did kayak in it, and I see kayaks flip all the time. Yeah, you risking it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just like Cameron, but you're a grown man. You even dumber.
Yeah. But I had my life vest on, and I was sitting in that bitch right here. I'll be right here, sir. Yes, right. I'm gonna stay my ass right here in that cat. Anyways, I feel for the parents. For real. That is so devastating for the parents. I can't even imagine how much it is. How bad they should be feeling. Oh my God, over that.
But the reason why we cover this story
is
so that you guys that are watching don't think about doing this dumb shit. I'm serious. This is not a story I would like to cover normally, but I covered this. Some of y'all gotta stop fucking around. So apparently a lot of crews on cruise ships were saying that this is very common behavior, that people do dumb stuff where they jump off and they go missing, or that people just risk it and don't listen to any of the security measures put in place because they think it's just a party. It's like, yes, you are having a party, you're having a good time, all the food's taken care of, but there are rules in place. And sometimes people think them rules are dumb and just want to do whatever they want because they're on vacation. I see it all the time. People jumping over the zoo fence, doing this because they just traveled to another city.
fucking around.
A lot of crew people who work on cruise ships are just like, yep, done seen it. It's tragic, but should have listened to them rules. And I'm not even mad at them. You know, you guys want to have a happy ending, but at the end of the day, there's consequences in life. So, what's the dumbest thing you ever did where you risked your life?
What is the dumbest thing? It was probably include speed.
Yeah, just like moving really fast. Yeah. Mine would be skydiving. Like multiple times. And then after that, I said, okay, I think I'm done for this for the rest of my life. I had like a whole like phase when I was like 19 or 20 where I was just doing everything that scared the shit out of me.
So you did skydiving?
I did skydiving. I did it because I'm terrified of heights.
Skydiving is pretty fun. Okay.
Teach their own.
Teach their own.
I'm not gonna say with it. To me personally, I could live with like I don't need to do that shit again. But
how many times you do it?
3 times.
Why 3? Like 1 was not enough.
I paid for 7 technically.
You paid for 7?
And then they want to keep going.
Oh, here I'm scared of heights. Let me pay for 7.
Hey, listen. That was a time where I told myself, I used to have this corny saying where it's like, if you're afraid of something, just run at it like head first. So I remember I started off first by like sitting on the edge of a building with my feet dangling over, which was, you know, I have my like, even just thinking about it makes me anxious. And then I did the skydiving thing. I was going to do that. I did a bunch of roller coasters, and I'm like, okay, I'm still terrified, but I know I can do it if I need to.
I'm sorry, sir. Skydiving and having your feet dangling in roller coasters are really not the same thing. Roller coasters is one thing. Skydiving is some other shit. Having your feet dangle off a building?
Yeah, like you just sit on the edge.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Even just thinking about the sight. I swear to God. You say that, but when you're terrified, it all feels like the same shit. Terror can only go so high.
Sure.
Yeah. At any rate, that's all for today. Anything else you want to say?